Hi, it's Lily Amanda for Portrait Creatives. In the next 3 episodes, it's a mini-series we created to help you to learn how to create your own Photoshop brushes. It's a super exciting series because this is where you can get really creative with your portrait editing. In this series, we are going to focus on how to create the dispersion effect or disintegration effect in Photoshop. How they create the effect is like people just slowly disappear in pieces, that dispersion effect, or disintegration effect. I don't know which one is the better word to use, but that's how I understand. It's about people breaking into small pieces and slowly fade away into the air. That's the effect we are going to create in this 3-episode series. First, I will show you how to photograph objects that you can turn them into Photoshop brushes. The second is how to turn the photos into Photoshop brushes. In the third video, I'm going to share with you how you can use those custom brushes to make special effects for your creative portrait editing. This is the first of the 3 video series. I'm going to take you through how you can just use your phone to take photos of the textures or objects that you want to turn them into custom brushes. I did it at home because I want to show you you can absolutely do this everywhere. You don't need a fancy studio or any equipment to do this. All you need is a light source and your phone. So let's get started. Creating textures is absolutely fun and easy to do. You can do it just from home and you can find all sorts of objects at home. For example, here I'm going to use porridge oat. Okay, so porridge oat is easy to break up, so for me it's easy to play with the texture. And I'm choosing a black surface because the oat flakes, they are kind of bright color, so I want to have a good contrast. So it's easier for me to manipulate, to turn it to black and white and manipulate it to the custom brush I want. So the first thing is to find the surface. If you don't have a piano or a cover like this, you can absolutely use other things like a black trousers like this, and you can just put it on top of a table on a flat surface, and then you can start to place like bright objects. For example, if you use flower, that's also bright, so black would be a good background choice. I would just make it quite smooth here, and I'm going to just put some of the that's some kind of texture, right? Now you can see. I'm gonna make it closer for you. So that's how it looks like. And of course, you can arrange anywhere you like. Okay, and you can even break them into small pieces if you like. What I like about porridge because it breaks up easily, and then you can just make a dent to them, and then you can also make them all group together like this, and all the particle on the outside. Depends on how you like. Then just use your phone to take pictures because we are using them as Photoshop brushes. We don't need high resolution photos. You don't need to use your DSLR or mirrorless camera. You can just use a phone if you like, like me, because I don't have my camera with me. I'm at home, I'm not in my studio. If I'm in my studio, I might do it with my camera, but it's not really necessarily, okay, because we're not looking for high resolution photo to create texture. Just to bear in mind, this is something you can do at home very easily. Okay, so I'm going to take some photos, okay? So I just put some porridge here. And then just start to create different type of texture. You can move however you want. Okay, I like it like this one. I want the center to be a little bit more dense than outside. And I just keep arranging them to the way I want. And I would just take some photo. And when you take some photo, you'll see because it's a black background, so the exposure is not correct. And all you have to do is tap on the photo. I tap on it, and there's a sun appear, right? And I'm just gonna drag it down, lower the exposure, so that is about right. And I just take the photo. Okay, and I have arranged another pile. So this one is I have some tea leaves here as well, loose tea. And I like this one to be a bit loose, like the particles are like far apart.
not stick together like that. So I'm going to the same, tap on it and just move the exposure down and then take the photo. You see the loose tea are quite dark. In this case, I will actually just use a white background. Right, with the lighting, I have a window here, so I'm going to use this window light as a light source to take the picture. Because I'm using a black trousers, the shadow will not be visible because I'm using a black trousers. So it would just have all this texture remain, okay? So it's a simple light source, just a window, that's all you need. You don't need a studio light, okay? I've done a lot of texture, and with texture is different. You would need a little bit higher resolution, better to use a camera than a phone, but I did texture with my phone and it works as well. So it really just depends on what you use actually. But with Photoshop brush, like we are going to create, this is totally fine. And you will see when I take you into Photoshop. Like this is just some tea leaves. I'm just going to break them even to smaller. These are just tea leaves. I like to drink loose tea. After I make the tea, I dry them, and so you can see they are having some different shape. My goal is to create particles, and you will see. I will explain to you when we're in Photoshop. So this is again, I think the background is too much texture, so I'm going to use something more smoother, okay? I'm just going to take one to see how it looks like in Photoshop. I can make it brighter, perhaps. Oh, the sun is here. Make it brighter, see how that works. Okay. I happen to have a white box lying around, so I'm going to use this white box. Just a box, okay, as a backdrop. And just gonna put some leaves, loose tea leaves here. Actually, I'm going to break them. Maybe I should make these are big pieces. I don't want them. I'll break them small ones like this. But this is how I like. You can do how you like. And I'm gonna take some more. Just break them. Yeah, it's important you know like what you want. If you know what you want, I'm just showing you how I actually do it. Okay, so these are just some particles. It looks very interesting to me. I don't know how it will look like in Photoshop. It'll be very interesting to find out what brushes are. So that looks much better. I'm going to tap on it and just, okay, let me just move this one down. I'm going to tap on this, and this time we're going to bring up the exposure because it's a white background. Okay, like this. And I'm going to just take a photo. See it become dark again. So I'm going to move up my exposure, so the white is almost all pure white. Okay, so I'm just going to arrange it and take it off. So I have more different shapes to play with. I'm going to take off these that is a more obvious leaf. Okay, like this. I'm going to take another photo, bring up the exposure like this, and take another one. Okay, so I'm going to take you to Photoshop to see how the oats and the tea leaves going. Okay.
Thank you for watching. This is the first video of the 3-episode series. The next one, we're going to talk about how to turn those photos into custom brushes in Photoshop. If you find value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you in the next video.